Hello and welcome to Wandering with Justin
and Jane. Join us this week as we continue our journey through the New England National Park.
You'll see some amazing sights, some beautiful rainforest scenery. As we continue our exciting camping trip through this beautiful place, we also get to see some amazing wildlife and have some great adventures. We hope you enjoy the video as much as we enjoyed the trip. Starting with this breathtaking sunrise from Point Lookout, 1,568 metres altitude above sea level. What a spectacular view.
Blue light. No.
Good morning. It's sunrise at Point Lookout here in the New England National Park, and what a beautiful morning it is. Yesterday was quite cloudy, but this morning we've got a beautiful view right across the valley. The sun glancing off the top of clouds, lining the low valleys with the peaks stepping out above. It's a beautiful spot.
The clouds look so soft between the mountains.
I'd be quite happy to snooze down there and have a nice nap.
It's looking nice now with the sun coming through on the clouds.
We're so lucky to be able to go to these places and see these views. Considering Australia is so flat as a whole, it's rare enough to be able to get to this kind of altitude and look down on these kind of views. It's something normally reserved for people just sitting in an aircraft. So now we're on the, what's this called, Jane?
Cascade.
Good morning. We're on our way to the Cascades walking track here at the New England National Park. At the moment we've walked through some drier forest area from the campground, and now we're starting to be surrounded by this beautiful lush rainforest, amazing tree ferns, some very big timber in here, all manner of interesting moss and fog and everything else. I think this is an amazing little place. Definitely enjoying my walk here. This is a 6k return from the Thungutty campground, and it should be a nice 2 or 3 hour walk. We'll see how we go. John Beaumont Williams was a distinguished botanist who worked in this area for over 40 years. He catalogued so many different plants and species and did amazing work. This seat was dedicated in honour to him.
And it certainly was well placed, for when we returned from our loop, we really needed a seat.
Absolutely. Yep.
Let's get in there. I'll let you go first. I hope we don't have to jump over that gap.
We follow the creek. Well, we've reached the halfway point on the Cascades Walk, and these are the Cascades. You can see some of them behind me. We're going to follow this stream along, and I'll get some more photos as we go. But look at this beautiful countryside. How about this? You halfway expect a dinosaur to come out of the jungle here any second. This is such a beautiful, cool, welcoming place to be. I'm so glad I came here. The Cascades were amazing. We followed the creek a short distance, but the rocks were very slippery. And with our current level of fitness and experience, we felt like this walk was too hard for us to continue. We turned around to go back the way we came.
We did meet a group of walkers who were far more experienced than us. They were determined to continue, as they did not want to go back the way they came. It was very steep and some of the rocks are quite large to climb.
We climbed back up the hill and it was a long, tough pull. We were really glad when we made it back up the top.
We met up with a few of the group. They were still waiting for some stragglers to come along, so we were very pleased with our effort.
So what I really liked about this Cascades walk from the campground down and back, it's so much diversity in the bush. You go from the drier forest all the way down into the rainforest, the beautiful, deep, mossy stuff.
It is definitely amazing countryside that we walked through. I'm so pleased that we did the walk today, although it was very hard for me. We still have a couple of walks to do on another trip, which I will look forward to doing. Hopefully we'll be a little bit fitter by then.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that you build up over time. You start with the easier walks and work up to some harder ones. This one was probably a little bit too hard for us yet because we haven't done that much bushwalking in the last few years. So this park is really about the big and the small, because while there is some really big walks and some really big views and some really spectacular things, there's also so many little things, and it's much the little things along the way that draw me and really make these things exciting, because you can see so many intricate little details.
It was great just being at the campsite, having the birds coming down, and we got all the wallabies in the afternoon just feeding just across from us. It was great. It was just so peaceful. It might be different on school holidays where the camp might be a lot busier, but This weekend has been great. There's only been a couple of campers, so it's been wonderful.
And we were really lucky with the weather while we were here. Basically, it blew up quite windy on the last day, but that didn't bother us so much. We had a lovely warm campfire that we could sit at. We had plenty of warm clothing to keep us warm. I don't think there's any problem with winter camping. It's actually better sometimes than summer camping because you can always warm up. It's not easy to cool down sometimes when it's too hot.
And you don't have to worry about snakes.
That's right, you can do the longer walks and get a bit more of a huff and puff up and going without having to worry about dehydrating or pushing yourself and having heat stroke. So Jayne, would you be happy to come and camp at the New England National Park again?
Yep, I certainly would. It was a lovely weekend.
And for me too. I can't wait to come back and do some more of these walks. I found this was a really exciting place. Definitely will enjoy returning. So if you liked this video,
Please like and subscribe so you don't miss our future ventures.
because we'd love to have you along. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and we hope you have a wonderful time in the bush soon. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye, see you next time.